What's going on, guys? It's Jev, and the Game Awards just wrapped up for me. You guys will see this, tomorrow or whatever, but the Game Awards happened, and as you can see, Elden Ring now has a new standalone game. It's not an update, it's not a DLC, it's not an expansion. It is a new standalone game called Elden Ring Nightreign. They premiered a reveal gameplay trailer, and dude, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I had no idea what I was seeing. I've read up a little bit more on, the details of this stuff, and I'll let you guys know about that. And I'll show you guys the stuff that I'm reading as well over here on PC Gamer. Apparently, they've had a hands-on with this for 6 hours. But first, we'll just look at the trailer and just admire it. Congratulations to Astrobot on the Game of the Year. I think all of the games that were in that category, I wouldn't have been mad about any of them winning. I don't think that this is a situation either where it's like Spider-Man versus Baldur's Gate, where it's this ridiculous mismatch. I think that all of the games were really good. I think some are weaker than others, but my opinion doesn't matter at this point. Astrobot wins. I'm seeing a whole lot of coping and tears over on social media and shit about it. It brings me great joy to see how much crying and coping has happened. So if you're one of them, I'm just saying, you're making whatever game you wanted to win look way worse. Anyway, Elden Ring. I was reacting to this live, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's no way this could be Elden Ring, right? And I'm looking at all of, like, the surfaces and shit, and maybe I just played too much Elden Ring, but I was like, dude, I know the model of this building. There's no way that this isn't Elden Ring. And when I was saying it, I'm like, no, this can't be right, but is this Elden Ring? And then I saw the grass, I'm like, this has gotta be Elden Ring, right? And it turns out it is. So, this right here, this fire, you can see it kind of just starting to kind of spread across the land. Apparently this fire kind of, I guess, closes in on an area and locks you out of the area that it's kind of similar to a BR in terms of the mechanic overall anyway. You're blocked off from those areas. Obviously it's not a BR, it's different, but boom, and we see a character running here, Bandai Namco. I'm like, okay, new Bandai game. I'm like, it still looks like Elden Ring, but maybe they're using like similar assets or something like that. And right there you can see that BR element to it where it just, looks like a storm or gas or whatever it may be. It's a circle, it's closing in. At this point, I'm thinking that we're seeing a Bandai Namco BR or something, but it's not a BR. And then this From Software shit popped up and I lost my mind. And then I saw the grace and it was all but confirmed. I was screeching like an animal. So we see a character running here with the Raging Wolf armor. Now, just from the animation alone, this is a new sprinting and running animation. Seekers of Redemption, you were chosen. And now we have like this weird flying mechanic where we're flying off of like, it looks like some part of Limgrave. I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is definitely Elden Ring. What are we looking at here? See 3 players right here. Warrior. Different kind of builds. New ability that we've never seen before. Still haven't seen any ability like that either. But a lot of the animations are reused, so it's absolutely Elden Ring, but even more animations and shit. Zaymor character is being reused as Zaymor Warrior. That animation where you get knocked up into the air by certain moves, your character, that's the exact same animation.
Tragedy must be averted.
And then we got one of the Fire Maidens, the Keepers. And this is crazy, because I don't know about implications for the actual story itself. From what I'm reading, it's not directly connected to it. It's in like a parallel universe of the Elden Ring verse. So whatever that shit means. But other people are like, oh my god, wait, if she's here, does that mean that the story is going to continue? And what about Mikola? And we don't know, man.
And for that,
different ability, don't even know what that shit is. You launch yourself up into the air. There's definitely more flashy moves in this one, 100%. Cool lava area. Again, you go into this like flying mount. It's like an air torrent. And then right here, yeah, again, you see the new sprinting animation, but not only that, they have a mantling system now. So you got the new sprint, which looks really clean, by the way. And then he does a simple jump. We've already had it in Elden Ring, but it's much more fluid. And then he does a little wall run jump right here. Little wall run and then hop. Climb over, more of the cool sprinting, and then we got the fucking Nameless King! Now, I haven't done a full Dark Souls 3 playthrough on my channel before, but I did do a playthrough earlier in the year, around the time that I was playing Bloodborne, actually. I think I played it before I was doing Bloodborne as well, before I did that playthrough. And I beat all of these guys. I beat the Nameless King, I beat the one, like, Super Dragon, I beat Gale, I beat all the bosses in there. I had a blast with it personally, but Elden Ring bosses are definitely more difficult and a little bit more complex. I don't think I died more than 5 times on any of the bosses. With that said, I went with like a bonk hammer build and I just mindlessly smashed shit with giant weapons, so maybe we'll have different movesets and stuff, or they'll be the same ones, or they'll have like a mixture of them. I don't know. There it is, yeah, I mean, that's an animation he had before. Little pillager. And then right there, look at that, you see that shit? So not only do we have new weapons that they're all showing off as well, but parry, breaks the, oh my, come on now. So it's like Elden Ring universe, there's some new updated animations, Dark Souls and other characters in there. I mean, people are talking about this one. I think this is the Centipede Demon or something. Or maybe this is something else, I have no fucking clue. A new bow. New armor. I mean, I don't even remember where this is from. It's probably another reused thing. And then we got Sekiro mechanics in there with the parrying. Holy shit, I don't even know where this is from, but it looks fucking awesome. Arena, it's summoning clones of itself. And again, notice it's multiple players doing this, so...
The life of the Night Lord.
The life of the Night Lord. Elden Ring, Nightreign. Beautiful shot right here. You can see the blue flames that are closing in 2025. So we don't even have to wait long for this shit. Now, I don't know how long this actually is. It is its own standalone game. So if it does pop off again, like all of the other FromSoft games and stuff do, people probably won't be as angry about this getting nominated potentially for Game of the Year or whatever, because it's not a DLC at all. It's completely standalone. So we'll see how many people keep that same energy. But from my understanding here, it is an Elden Ring standalone game that is co-op. It apparently has all of the mechanics from all of the other Souls games. It's like a mashup of all the other games, but it's presented in a different way. So it's a co-op roguelike survival game. That's how people are describing it. Don't look at me. I don't know entirely what that looks like, but we do have some articles from people that have played it, and they could probably give us some more insight. So Elden Ring Nightreign hands-on. 6 hours with FromSoft's wild new co-op roguelike action RPG remix. This sounds like nothing they have ever done before. The seamless co-op mod for Elden Ring has been downloaded by more than 2.5 million PC gamers. Yep, I've done multiple co-op mods with people. Randomizers, yep, done multiple of that as well. So who's to say FromSoft can't get on in the fun by modding its own game? Well, crank the speed up to 150%, ditch fall damage, throw on a ton of random loot and some other roguelike-y variables, and you pretty much got Elden Ring Nightreign. Okay, I still don't really know what that looks like, but fine. I didn't take to it right away. Yeah, it does sound odd, but for 4 hours into an all-day playtest in a conference room in Tokyo, blinds drawn against the sun until it dropped below the nearby office towers, I started to feel it. That raw animal thrill of a great roguelike build. The chest-thumping glory of slicing a 6-foot katana through the guts of Margaret the Fell Omen. So it's a mixture of all of the different bosses that we've ever had before, and maybe some new ones, or like redesigned ones, repurposed even. They've done that a lot of times with a lot of things over a lot of their games, so it's not really the craziest thing. Treats Elden Ring weapons, enemy types, and starting zone Limgrave as an all-you-can reuse asset store. Yeah, that's the vibe I got from looking at it. The vibes are even stranger when you see a Battle Royale style wall of deadly rain encircling the map, and the characters dashing around on foot like they're set to a permanent fast forward. Nightreign is Elden Ring Turbo, a condensed 3-player roguelike and a little dash of Monster Hunter to it as you choose a final boss to face at the end of each 30-ish minute run. That's assuming you survive 2 days of the circle shrinking to a focal point somewhere in Alt Limgrave, each night culminating in its own tough boss battle. When I first started my session by dropping into the map from a spectral bird, the entrance was so Fortnite coded, I wondered if From Software was joining the live service party with a battle pass, seasonal events, and $20 epic skins. But that's not Nightreign despite all appearances. We wanted to have a game that felt like a complete package out of the box on the day of purchase, so everything is unlockable. It's not what we'd consider a live service game. Nightreign will get some post-release balance updates as Elden Ring itself did, but beyond that, we're still in the process of thinking about the possibility. We wanted to have a sense of accomplishment from each defeat and each success, and we wanted this to be different from Elden Ring and past titles. So it's still going to be a challenging game, and from what I understand, you can still play it solo. So I'm just saying, you're gonna expect a solo playthrough from me. Even if it wasn't meant to be played solo and I could still queue it solo, I'll just straight up do a challenge run. I'm butt naked killing the fire giant with a fire torch. I'll go in there solo and beat it eventually. Everybody knows you need that one run, just one time. My favorite thing about Nightreign almost immediately is the addition of 2 unique abilities per character that totally change how I play. The characters themselves aren't quite classes, but the Duchess is a clear glass cannon DPS. Okay, so when you do spawn in, you do pick a certain character, and then you build them out from that point with whatever the stuff that they give you. I mean, me personally, I've beaten the game with a bunch of different play styles, so I'll be happy with all of the different, like, starting classes or whatever you can turn them into, whether we're using giant posture-breaking swords, faster swords, other swords that are more likely to spam the shit out of the weapon arts, katanas, to daggers, to casting shit. I mean, the only thing I haven't done is a bow run. Duchess is a clear glass cannon DPS able to double the damage she and her allies have just dished with her ability. I use the knight character Wilder's grappling hook to zip up towards the boss, then drop his ult, a fiery charged explosion that deals immense damage at close range. I really wonder how difficult this is gonna be. Surely it's more difficult as a solo player, but how crazy are we talking? In terms of, like, I wonder if, like, the parrying is more of the way to go Does it change depending on whatever I'm parrying with? I'm sure. It's a mashup of a bunch of different things, so I feel like I'm going to feel familiar with them considering I've played and beat all of them. At level 1, you're extremely squishy. The game's level cap of 15 when we fight the final boss in our run. A Cerberus stand-in with some fiery bad breath. Oh, okay, so this is supposed to be the final. People were making jokes saying shit like, oh, we're gonna fight Radon again. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information here. Feel free to go and read it over on PC Gamer in here. They give a lot more detail and stuff. I'm gonna see, you know, how it plays out. We'll see in 2025, right? It's really not that far away. To me, this kind of, again, they said to view it as a spin-off, so that's how I view it. It's an Elden Ring spin-off game, and I'm gonna be there.